Hi, this is Josh, and today we're going to talk about your synonyms plan. All right, we're going to help you attack and get all the hacks for the synonyms section of the SSAT or the ISEE. All right, now what you need to do is print out the worksheet ahead of time, have the worksheets ready to go, and this is a fill in the blank worksheet, okay? The worksheets should look like this. All right, you got your plan. This is going to be at the front of your notebook for your synonyms, right? And we'll go over this, at the end. But I'm going to teach you today all the things you're going to need for the strategies, the most basic strategies, all right, for the synonym section. So it's a listening. I'll be asking you questions like Dora the Explorer asking, you can yell at the TV screen or the computer screen if you like, but you can just answer them on the paper or in your head, okay? First of all, what does RIP mean? What do I mean? I'm coming back to some of the concepts we've already covered. RIP means not rest in peace. It means read, interact. Come on, you can do it. Interact, and then do process of elimination. Process of elimination, okay? RIP. Do not rest on the test. Be very active. So the strategies are the things you can do with your pencil. And I don't mean like balance it on your notes. I mean the things that you're supposed to be writing on the test. Are you allowed to write on the test? Yes. Do I want you to write on the test? Yes. Now, it's a two-handed test. How many hands do you have? Two? Oh, that's the same number I have. So your right hand is for your pencil, unless you're weird, okay? And then your left hand is going to be to cover up the answers. Why do you want to do that? So that you do not get tricked by the test writers. Do they like to trick children? No, they love it. I tricked you, okay? And process of elimination is POE, P-O-E. That's the eraser. It's not really going to work. Okay, process of elimination. Here's Poe the Crow. I don't know why I put that there. Okay, so first of all, the first question is, what is a synonym? Okay, one of my students said it's the antonym of an antonym. I thought that was brilliant, and I asked his permission to use it. It is an antonym, but it's a different word that means the same thing. A synonym is a different word with the same or the similar meaning. Same meaning. Okay, same meaning or same definition, okay? Is there another word for synonym? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there really is, okay? Cinnamon rolls, just like grammar used to make. Synonym rolls, okay? Okay, and then, like, for instance, there's so many words that the English language is the biggest in the world, and maybe in the history of the world. It's so expressive. Okay, it may not be beautiful. The grammar may not always make sense, or the spelling, because we got our words from lots of places, but we have lots of words in the English dictionary. Okay, so trivial, meager, insufficient, trifling, petite all mean small. Okay, spacious, colossal, tremendous, humongous, huge all mean big. Okay, don't use the word big, use these other things. Don't use the word small. You can try to find a synonym. Okay, I like that. When you hold up a mouse, right, the left hand click is for selecting, but when you right hand click, it'll give you, at least in some programs, all the synonyms, the things you could choose. And of course, if you have tremendous, it might be good for an accomplishment, but if you have monstrous, it might be for a building. Okay, mammoth could be for a person or a building. There's just different connotations for each word, and so just try to increase your vocabulary and have that growth mindset. Okay, so the number one thing, if only you do this, you see the synonym, you cover the answers, you're not tricked, you think about what it means. What does this mean? I want you to write down what? I want you to write down your definition. And your definition is what you think that word means. Okay? Cover their answers, think about what the word means, write it down to the right of there. How long should your definition be? It should be about 1 to 3 words. Listen, if you need to make it 4 words, go for it. It's don't get held up, don't stay stuck. Okay, so let's try it right now. Write down what you think dog means. Exemplify, abhor, abominable. Okay, walk, bipolar, wither, incredible, and rest, okay? We'll get the answers later. So pause the video now, and then you'll get the answers later, right? Okay, now, can you think, if that, what you're really going to do is you're going to stick to number one. You're really going to write down your definition and then uncover the answers and then see if it works. All right. If the choices are similar, you keep it. If they're totally a different meaning than what you wrote, then you're going to eliminate it. That's the process elimination. So read the question, cover the answers, two-handed test, and then you're going to write the word in 1 to 3 words, if you know the word. If you know the word, this is the first pass. This is the easy ones, the ones you know. Then write down the definition. You can, on the first pass, you can use strategy number 1 for synonyms. This should be easy. If you don't know it, or if you eliminate them all, or none of them, which is unlikely, if you eliminate them all, you're going to have to do strategy number 2. You're going to have to think about this word in a new way. Many words have secondary definitions, so they're never going to ask you like, what is a flag? Because if a flag is like a country symbol on a piece of cloth, right? Country symbol is 2 words. And so they're not going to ask you what flag is. That's too simple for this test. They're going to think of another definition. So can you think of a secondary definition? Now, some words are nouns and verbs, okay? To flag or a flag, okay? To run or a run, a rest or to rest, and a talk. If you get a talking to from your parents, that's not usually a good thing, okay? Can you think of more? All right, these guys think different. They thought differently. Okay, there should be an ly there. Who is this guy? This is Martin Luther King. Who is this guy? That is named John Lennon. He was one of the Beatles. Okay, Steve Jobs, Apple Computers, Albert Einstein. All right, all of them thought differently, and that's why it's funny, because they're not spelling it grammatically correct. Think different, like these guys. Okay, strategy number 2. Now you practice. You practice with this, and we'll get the answers after the thing. So you're going to pause, and you're going to give me some different points. You're going to give me some different services, different flags, and different maneuvers if you can. Think of it differently, okay? And then just try to fill this out, and then at the end of the video, we'll show you the answers. All right. Now that you're back from the pause, all right, we've got 2 passes. You're going to take each section twice. All right, there's synonyms and analogies both in the verbal for the SSAT. There's synonyms and fill in the blanks for ISEE. Okay, there's a little bit difference in the test, but the first pass are for the easy ones that you know. Okay, these are for the easy ones that I know. Your vocabulary and my vocabulary are different. That's understandable. Mine might be better than yours. Maybe yours is better than mine. I'm not sure. I've never maybe met you, or have I? So the second pass, or the second time through the test, you're going to do the medium ones. The ones that you sort of know. Sort of know. Okay, this is called 1 pass, 2 pass. So what is the third pass for? It's for the hard ones that you don't know. Just joking, there's no third pass. You're not going to do the hard ones. You're not going to do the ones you don't know. Why? Because you don't know them. You can't just imagine what the word means if you have no idea what it means. So you have to be honest about what you know and honest about what you don't know. When you get on the test, you should try to figure it out. But if you really come up with nothing through all the strategies, I got some strategies to help you dig a little deeper. Don't give up easily in life or on the SSAT or ISEE. Don't give up easily, but if you don't know it, you don't know it. Be honest, okay? So some of the things you could do, number 3, you could create context. You can make a sentence with the word, okay? The stem word is the one that's in all caps. That's the one that you have to read, and then they're asking you what the synonym or an alike word or definition is for. It could be a phrase, it could be a word, but they're basically asking you to define it, okay? So if you sort of know what it means, the stem word, you can try to remember the phrase or where you heard the word. Okay, if you can start paying attention in life, that would be good, because then you won't get hit by a truck. But also, you'll know where you heard the word. It might be from a sign or a movie or a common expression, okay? So you're going to use a blank rather than writing the word again, okay? So if you have dog, you don't write dog, you write walk the dog, okay? And dog goes there, okay? And then you'll look at your answers, and if one of them is a canine, then that would certainly, you could walk your canine, because, you know, canine is a dog, all right? And then, you know, point. Well, there's many different meanings of point. I'm sure you can come up with them. I'm sure you already have. But you could score a point, you know, and then you don't write point again. You write score a blank, all right? Does that make sense? All right? So this is practice drill number 3. Again, we're going to have the answers at the end. And I want you to pause, and I want you to try this. Where have you heard the word vacancy? All right, and if you've heard it, like, I'm just going to give you the example one. I know on a plane it says vacant or no vacancy, or occupied it really says. So I'm going to write, or on a hotel it says no vacancy. And so this word vacancy goes there. Now, if you didn't know what vacancy meant, which some of you don't, then you circle it and then move on. Okay, I'm sure you know what a pig is, but come up with an expression. Don't define pig here. We're doing context here, so just come up with something for it. Pig, and in danger, and abominable, and surrogate, and attractive. Remember, if you don't know what it means, circle it. Okay, I'll teach it to you later. Attractive, wither. Be careful with your sentences about attractive. Okay, make it appropriate. Okay, but no one will really ever know. Untimely and awesome. Voracious. Answers at the end. Okay, so pause and do this. Thank you. All right, so strategy number 4 is for you to look at the parts of the word, okay? There's different parts of the word, and what are those parts of the word? Okay, as you can see, the roots. The roots are the middle. They can be at the beginning, middle, or end. What comes before are the prefixes, and prefixes even have a prefix that means before. Okay, and then the last one are the ones that are not called postfixes, they're called suffixes. These are the easiest ones, but I bet you know a lot of prefixes and a lot of roots and a lot of suffixes. So these are great things to study, because you can start to see the anatomy of words in the English language, and it's sort of fascinating. I'm not an etymologist, but that means someone who studies words, right? I have started to learn some of these because of the SSAT and ISEE, and it's pretty fascinating. You'll see them, you know, all over. So I'm sure that you know that this is called a bicycle. Why? Because bi always means 2. Oops. The cat is on a bicycle, okay? The elephant is on a unicycle. And uni always means 1, like unity or united. And then, you know, this giraffe is on a tricycle. And, you know, there's trimesters in pregnancies. Tri always means 3. And also, so does Trey. Anyone named Trey is the 3rd. There's junior, senior, junior, and Trey. And then, you know, you hit a tray, which means you scored 3 points. All right. Form always means shape, like uniform or transform. Pend always means to hang, like a pendulum swings back and forth. And even your arm is a pendulum because it's hanging from your body. It's your arm is an appendage, rather. Okay. Tract, like a tractor, means pull. Attractive pulls you towards someone. Okay, port means to carry. To transport means to carry across. To deport means to get rid of. Okay, and spect always means to look. Okay, so spectacles, you know, are eyeglasses, right? Spectacles. All right. Vor always means eat. Carne means meat. Herb means plant. Omni means many, or both in this instance, okay? So the herbivores eat only plants. The omnivores, like us, we eat both, unless you're a vegetarian. And then the carnivores just eat meat. Okay, So you've got prefixes and roots. And so for spect, which means to look, you can respect or inspect, but you can be respectful and inspect it. Like I said, the suffixes are the easiest ones. Full means full of. Ed means it happened in the past. Shun is always a thing always makes it a noun. All right, so some of these are easy. I suggest you study them. I'll have some videos perhaps on going into these more in depth, or you can look at my vocabulary video, which sort of discusses these already. Here's some more for your, here's some prefixes in orange and suffixes. Obviously, adding s usually makes something plural, right? Or possessive, and we've already gone over some of those. So try to think of some words that use these prefixes, suffixes, and roots. And again, here's some more common Greek roots and some more Latin roots, okay? Here's my watch, which is called a chronometer, okay? Chron means time, and meter means, to be measured, okay? A thermometer would measure heat, right? Okay, as it does. Okay, so in the back, in the answers, I want you to pull these apart, and I'll give you an example. Ready? Auto means self. Bio means life. And graph means writing. Now, you probably already knew what an autobiography was, right? Because it's writing about one's own life, or writing about your life by yourself, or about your own life. So we already knew what that meant, so we wouldn't have to break this apart, in this strategy, because you already know what it was. It's someone's own story. But Mal, Benny, biology, Mal always means good. And Ben always means good, and Mal always means bad. Okay? If you speak Spanish, ¿cómo estás? Bien is this root meaning good. Muy malo is also bad. Always, okay? Diction always means speech. And then shun is the process of giving a good speech. So this could be like a blessing, and this could be like a curse. The process of bad speech is a curse, okay? A malediction, okay? Biology, pacifist, so on and so forth. Pause it and just go through with it at the end. So strategy number 5. Strategy number 5 allows you really don't know what this word means. You can't pull any pieces out of it, like the prefixes, the suffixes, or the roots, but you just know it's got a positive connotation or a negative connotation. So if it does, just draw the emoji next to it, okay? Monotonous, I know, for instance, is bad to be monotonous, okay? Monotonous is when you speak with the same voice, and some of your teachers speak with the same voice, and their voice does not go up or down. It just stays the same, and it sounds like a robot talking. That is bad. That's not interesting. I hope I don't do that. So, strategy number 6. Strategy number 6 lets you translate. Now, everyone can't use this strategy because everyone doesn't know more than one language, okay? Many people, besides speaking American, many people speak other languages, and that's such an advantage because you're more interesting. You can travel, you can do business, you can communicate with a wider base of people. So, if you spoke Chinese, right? If you believe in true love, right? There's 1/5 chance that your true love is Chinese. So you should travel there now and start falling in love. But the most common languages that are going to help you with this, okay, are going to be the Latin-based languages, okay? Latin, who spoke Latin? The Romans did. So everywhere that Rome conquered usually had an influence of their language. And so England, yes, we use some Latin and Greek. And then, of course, the Spanish. What are the Romance languages? Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Romanian. Okay, if you know one of those languages, then you're going to be having an advantage, okay? Not just in the world, but also on the test and figuring out what these roots mean, okay? How can this help you with synonyms? Okay, translate to, again, I know a little bit of Spanish, but I don't pronounce it very well. Okay, translate to the language that you speak, so fill that in there. Okay, if you speak Chinese or Hebrew, it's not going to help you that much because English is not based on it. It'll help you in life, but it just won't help you on this test that much. Okay, this is definitely going to help you because some of them use the same roots. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Vivir. Yo vivo en Miami. I live in Miami. Okay, vivacious or vivid. Viv means to live, and vivid means colorful or bright or lively, and then of course this means to live. Okay, I'll give you another one. Vender. You know, if that means to sell, but of course vending machines also sell. So this is really going to help you if you know another language, especially if it's a Romance language, okay, based on Latin. Okay, this is very important. Number 7. If you don't know an answer choice, you cannot eliminate it, okay? You can't eliminate something you don't know, okay? You cannot eliminate choices you don't know, okay? Now, this is like a next level hack. So number 8, okay? Number 8 is if two choices mean the same thing, you can, or you should, eliminate both of them. Okay, process elimination really can score you some points, okay? So we're gonna go, why don't you pause and just practice this with these, okay? Which one should you eliminate out of those? Which one should you eliminate? 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 of them. And in a moment, after you get done unpausing, then we'll go over the answers. Hey, thanks for unpausing. Okay. Thanks for watching, but right now I'm going to show you the answers. So let's go. Oops. Okay. First of all, go back to the first page and I want you to write down our hacks, the things that we plan on doing. We're going to take the test. We're going to take each section twice. On the first pass, we're going to do the easiest ones. On the second pass, we're going to do the ones we sort of know, okay, and the medium ones. So we're never going to do the ones we have no idea where to start on, okay? We're going to skip those on synonyms. On the ISAE, you would just put it the letter of the day. SSAT, you would just skip it and have no answer, okay? So the first thing is you're going to write your own definition in 1 to 3 words. If that doesn't work, or if you eliminate all 5 or all 4, then you're going to have to think of the word in a new way, okay? So maybe it changes from a verb to a noun or vice versa, but many words have different definitions. They're spelled the same, and now if they're spelled differently, it's a different word. And so sometimes the word that homophones, the ones that sound the same, are they're trying to confuse you, okay? And I'll try to do a different lesson on that. Okay, number 3. All these are for the first pass. These are the ones you know. If you sort of know it, or it's a medium, then you're going to use these strategies, 3, 4, 5, okay? You can use context clues, okay, by using a word in a sentence or a phrase, and of course you're just going to have a little blank there for the actual word, and you substitute and plug in the answer. Plug in the answers into that blank and see if it makes sense. You're going to look for parts of the word, prefixes, roots, and suffixes, sometimes based on Latin, sometimes Greek, and you know, they come from a variety of sources. But you could use emojis, okay? It's either a word that you remember means something good or something bad, okay? You're probably not going to remember if it's neutral, but whatever. You can try that. If that's all you got to hold on to, it's worth eliminations, okay? You could try to translate to another language, especially if it's Spanish, Portuguese, or French. Italian, sorry. You can't eliminate words you don't know. You cannot do that. Please don't do that. If two choices mean the same thing, you can eliminate both, okay? If you can't eliminate any choices, you got to skip that one. Okay, if you have no idea what it means and you can't eliminate choices, all right? Now, let's go back to number 8. If you don't know what it means, you're probably going to skip. But what if two choices mean the same thing? Okay. Also, what if you have two choices, A and B, and they're antonyms of each other? Okay. In other words, this one's good, and this one means bad. All right. Well, you could eliminate good. You can choose one of these because one of them is the antonym. So sometimes the sucker's answers, right? Sucker. Don't be a sucker. Sometimes the sucker's answers are like they use the antonym. So if you have two words that mean opposite of each other, one of them is right and one of them is wrong. And like, is that a risky? Yes, it's risky, but usually it will. It's one of those two. So you might try that. Number 10. Don't stay stuck. In life, keep moving, keep on swimming, right? But just do the easy ones first and don't stay stuck, all right? You don't have to do these things in order to pick out all the easy ones so you use most of your time on pass one and then go back for the medium ones or the ones you sort of know, and you should be skipping the hardest ones. You should be wasting time on ones that you're probably going to get wrong anyway. On the ISEE, you're going to put the letter of the day. On SSAT, you're just going to skip. Okay, let's go over these answers. Two-handed test, RIP. A synonym is a word that means the same thing. Okay. What are you going to write down? You're going to write down your own definition in 1 to 3 words. A dog is a puppy, is a dog. Canine, a doggo. Okay. A hound, a roof, a wawa. Okay. To exemplify means demonstrate, to show an example. Of course, the root is in there, example. Rest is relax, sleep, unwind, doze, catch some Z's. Incredible, unbelievable, improbable, marvelous, or spectacular is the way we use it. But actually, it's interesting because cred means belief, able means ability to, and in means not. You're not going to believe this. Then why are you telling me? Okay, but incredible usually means good, but it actually means that it cannot be believable. And of course, in class, we're trying to use credible sources, not ones that are not to be believed, like fake news. Okay, abhor, hate, despise, detest, dislike. Wither is die, diminish, fade, or dwindle. Okay, and then abominable, it means horrible, despicable, cursed, or dreadful. Point is like a place, like the end of an island. A tip, the point of the pencil. A dot is a point. It also means to show something. Okay. They say it's rude to point at people, but I just did it anyway. Also, if you have a point, like, make it. Okay. And in the reading section, the main point of the author is the main idea, and that's going to answer a lot of questions for you. Walk, stroll, saunter means to walk slowly. To trek means a long distance. To march. And then bi. Bipolar. Okay? Bi means two. This means on extremes. Inconsistent, sporadic, or two sides is bipolar. Can you think of the definition in a new way? All right. We're just going to give the answers. Okay. So point, as we just said, you could score a point or a 3-pointer, 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point in basketball. How many points can you score in baseball? None, because they're called runs. Okay, a decimal point. Okay, 3.1. Okay, and then a main idea is your point, or the point of a sword could be sharp. All right, service. We have the armed services like the Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy. And we also have like cell service, like is it working? You could have customer service to help. You could service your car and get its oils changed, like I should have done with my son's truck. Okay, and a tutoring service is an important service sometimes. And then you could also attend a service at a church, like a wedding, right? Or a funeral. Okay, cell service, like we said. Okay. A flag is the cloth of a nation. Okay, I know that's 4 words, but it's a symbol of a nation on a piece of cloth that you go up a flagpole. but it's not going to ever mean that. You could flag someone like for 15 yards unsportsmanlike conduct. Face mask is a flag. You could also mark something like I'm going to mark this, or I'm going to come back to this. You know, that's flagging something. You could wave, yeah, yo, taxi! You could wave or flag someone down when you wave to someone across the room. You could fail or fall behind. You could, my energy is flagging or decreasing, diminishing. Okay, so all those things, it sort of also means to go down. Okay, maneuver. Maneuver is to guide or move something. I maneuver my car, I steer, or I drive it. Also, like a crossover dribble is a maneuver, or a 360 in soccer. That's a maneuver, a back heel kick. There's things that you can do. They're like also a maneuver can be a scheme or a trick. So you might have to maneuver around. It's like a detour. Okay, pass 1 is for the easy ones you know. Pass 2 is for the medium ones you kind of know. And pass 3 is for the hard ones that you don't know, but actually you're not going to do this one. Okay, so here's an Easter egg hunt. Here's you, because I know exactly what you look like. Here's the starting line. Okay, some of the Easter eggs are just here, right in front of you, right on the grass. And then some are in the bushes, sort of camouflage. There's those eggs, right? I'm a very good artist. Can you see the beauty of these eggs? Okay, and then there's like 100-foot tree, and there's like an egg up there. So which one's ready? Go. Which ones are you going to get first? Well, I know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all the easy ones first. Okay? If I've got time, I'm going to go to get these. I am never going up a 100-foot tree to get that golden egg. First of all, there's no golden eggs. All of these points are worth 1.0 points. They're not worth more. They're not worth less. Everything, the hard ones, the easy ones, and the medium ones are worth 1 point. So there's no golden egg with a $100 bill in it. Okay? Spoiled kids. All right. Number 3, you're going to create context. We already did this, but here's practice drill. Okay? No vacancy in the hotel, which means no openings, no vacant. You know, guess what? When it's vacant, it's green. When it's occupied, it's red. Why? Don't go in the bathroom when it's occupied, please. You'll embarrass at least 2 people. Okay, you fat pig. We know what a pig is, but that's an expression I've heard, not directed at me necessarily. Okay, endangered species, endangered animals. So don't write the word, just put it in there. And of course, even if you mean endangered, that's okay, because those words go in the blank. Don't rewrite the word. Abominable snowman. Almost no one knows what abominable means, but everyone's heard of the abominable snowman except for the people that haven't. Okay, a surrogate mother is like when there's a lost kitten and then a cat adopts that kitten. It's the surrogate mother or replacement. Okay, if I'm not able to teach class, sometimes the school used to get a substitute or a surrogate in my place. Okay, and then burping is not attractive. I want you to know that. Don't burp. But it's not attractive. You can burp, say excuse me, but like this word goes in there. If you don't, obviously you might know what attractive means, but if you didn't, you could use context. Okay, the flower has withered. Okay, what does that mean? That it's healthy? No, it's something negative. So we can use the context if you can remember where that went. Okay, untimely death. There's not really a good time to die, but 80-year-olds that die natural causes are not as tragic as 25-year-olds, getting hit by buses while texting. So don't distract yourself while being around traffic. That's an untimely death. Okay, if you're untimely, you're late. Okay, it's bad timing, not good time. Okay, I am awesome. You probably know what it means, but if you can put in a sentence, then that's a good strategy for all of us. A voracious appetite. So some people have a voracious appetite for reading, and they can't get enough books. And I hope that's you, because you'll do well on this test. But also, you might just like food. Okay, and then you could be Oh, a fat pig. Okay. So, ready? Continuing with our answers here, use parts of the words, prefixes, roots, and suffixes. Okay. Pause as you need. Okay. Autobiography, we already went over. Malediction and benediction, we already went over. Okay. Ology means the study of life. Ology means the study of. And life is bio. Okay. Pas means peace. Ist is a person. Like your dentist, right? Is a person who works on teeth, because dent means teeth. Okay. Cred means belief. Cred means belief. Able or able means able to. Mono means one. Tone means sound. And characterized by is us. O-U-S. Okay. That's pretty easy. We know what a telephone is, but tele always means distance. Phone always means sound. So a telegraph, it means distance by writing. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, chronometer, chrono means time, and meter means measure. Okay, so this is what I want you to do is, like, when you see chrono, write time. Again, your watch is a chronometer, but we don't call it that anymore. Okay, cycle means circle, and tri means 3. Okay, so a tricycle has 3 wheels. Okay, so you can unlock the meanings of words, and I'm sure that you already know a bunch of words and a lot of prefixes, suffixes, and roots. So just monopolize on that and use it. Okay, so here's some negative, some positive, some negatives, and some neutral words. Pleasant, comforting, kind, helpful, friendly, and excited. You can add to your list, please. Disappointed, upset, sad, confused, troubled, worried, calm, fine, professional, indifferent, and unbiased. Okay. For some reason, they have this word in there a lot, indifferent. Okay, in the reading section, and also, it just means like you don't care. I mean, hopefully you do care, but otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, right? So besides American, what do you speak? We already talked about Latin and Greek words. I mean, if you spoke Greek, that would be good too. But if you speak Spanish, is very common. And if you don't know an answer choice, you can't eliminate it. But if 2 choices mean the same thing, you can eliminate both. Let's try this. Okay. You probably don't know what exacerbate means. Okay. Or flamboyant, or superfluous, or perseverate, unless you've watched my other videos. Okay. Flamboyant means sort of fancy, and superfluous means more than is needed. And minuscule, mini, means small. So you can eliminate both of these. Huge and massive mean the same thing. So even without knowing what the stem word is, we have C. C is the correct answer to that, okay? A girl is the same thing as a young woman, so you can eliminate them both, okay? A male adolescent is a boy, so you can eliminate them both, okay? And fruit roll-up, that's maybe a new gender, who knows? Okay, which one should you eliminate? Teacher and tutor sort of mean the same thing, as does coach and parent. So you would go with Pokemon, even though J is never going to be there, all right? J. Good luck in your synonym section. Let us know how we can help. I'll see you next time. Thanks.